Alright, now we'll look at the Union Pacific 1342 here, and we have the same nice Genesis packaging. As we open the top of the box, we will have pretty much the same setup as the opposite GP40-2. We have the manual, parts guide, subscription paper, parts list, etc. As we get that out of the way, we take the packaging foam off the top, and we have the locomotive cradled in the foam here. And right off the bat, I see more problems. Not good. Well, let's go ahead and get this out of the box first. As you can see, we have the standard again, standard Athearn packaging, no broken parts in the box. As we take the model out of the box, pull it out of the clamshell case, take the top off, and I'm pretty curious to see this one, how bad this one is, but it is kind of concerning to see this damaged here already. Okay. So yeah, we do definitely have some damage, and I'll point this out here in a second. Looking at the parts bag here, we do have a separate piece here, and it is actually a waste retention tank. Check that out. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. As we take the model out of the package, I'll set it down. As I look in the package, I don't see any more broken parts, so it appears that everything is intact on the model. However, I do see this damage, so let's go ahead and take a look here. As you can see, it's a sad sight, just like before. Only this one I think is actually worse. Check that out. Jesus. Unlike before, this entire stanchion is, well, it's actually fucked. Oh my god. Look at that. I don't even know what to do with that. That handrail is completely ruined right there. That's not a good sign. Not good at all. Okay, so there's that. It is damaged. Let's move on here. On close inspection, oh my god, again, broken fans. We have broken fans right here, broken fan right there, bent fan right there. That's also not good. And we have a warped handrail on the back. Well, at least this handrail is not broken like the last one. That's good, I guess. The number board's not busted off either this time. I guess that's also good. Alright, we'll get this on the model road, and we'll do more close inspection. Okay, so just like before, we're going to have to just kind of overlook this damage for a minute and talk about all the other positives of this model away from the damage. So, as we look at the sides, we have an abundance of separately applied details. We have clean, crisp printing, painting, and everything else. Everything looks very good upon close inspection as I looked at this here. The numbers are very well done. We have the separately applied sunshades. We have the rear view mirrors. We have separately applied grab irons. We have excellent truck details, fuel tank details, all the separately applied parts there. Very nice. The trucks, again, they look very, very good on these. We have the really, really nice depth on the car body doors. The grills look very good. I really like these early style chicken wire grills too. They look very, very good on this model. We have an abundance of nice little touches. Again, we have the walkway tread, which is a great touch. As we look at the front, we have a North Little Rock style snowplow, a coupler lift bar on the entire Pilot, a drop step. We have the Rio Grande style tall mounted ditch lights, which I'm actually very excited about. This is really cool to actually have functioning tall style ditch lights on a model like this. This is pretty neat, a really nice touch. Again, we have all the nice MU cable and air hose details on the front, and we have a McHenry style knuckle coupler. I'm going to zoom in on this plow real quick because I want to just make a quick note about it. Okay, so this is going to sound really nitpicky, but I think I'll share my thoughts here. I do like the fact that Athearn has actually made a version of this North Little Rock style plow. This is a prototype-specific snow plow. You don't see this on any other prototype. Really, only Union Pacific use these. And if you see these plows on other locomotives in lease service, then odds are they're ex-Union Pacific prototypes. I feel like Athearn has done a decent job replicating it. However, I feel like the wing spacing is wrong. Also, the MU cables are just way too far out to the sides of the Pilots here, and that's something I will mention here. In my honest opinion, I'm kind of going back and forth on this. I kind of feel like I need to correct this, but I don't want to have to destroy a plow and modify it, because they did do a decent job correcting the style of dimension that this particular plow has. So again, I'm kind of going back and forth on this. I could make a new plow for it, but I'd have to chop up one of my valuable SP tall plows to do it. And again, I'm just kind of going back and forth. That's just a little observation I'm going to make here. You guys can take that with a grain of salt. That's just me being nitpicky because, you know, I'm me. So again, a nice look at those ditch lights. I really like these ditch lights. Looking at the cab roof, we have the really nicely done AC unit painted silver, just like the prototype. We have the separately applied antennas. There's a look at the separately applied details on the side of the cab. The only thing I got to mention here that's interesting, these are not operating cab windows like the opposite model. These are fixed in place. That's kind of bizarre. I'm not sure why one model has opening cab windows and one does not, but there you go. An abundance of really nice details. We got the lift rings, separately applied parts there. The Genesis fans, of course, look good. However, they are damaged. Very disappointed there. I'm going to have to fix those grills if that's even possible at all. I'll have to pop them out and see if I can straighten them at this point. The horn's very nicely done. I really love that detail, and the bolt detail is just exceptional. And again, there's those beautiful chicken wire grills that I love so much on these early GP40s. And we look at the separately applied grab iron on the back and the fans. This is really the only good fan. Again, you can see the really nice depth and detail of this piece and what it should look like, not this. This is disappointing right here. Anyway, those are the details on the top of the locomotive. We'll go ahead and move on to the back. As we look at the back of the model, we have the really nicely done printing and painting on the rear, separately applied grab iron steps. We have the MU receptacles, a drop step, the Union Pacific style plow mounted ditch lights, MU cables, coupler lift bars, knuckle brackets, and a McHenry coupler. As you can see, we have all of the separately applied details, crisp, clean painting and printing. All the warning labels are eligible. We have the yellow sill stripe, walkway tread. The handrails are nicely done. I'm glad to see this one is not bent out of shape. The truck detail is very nice. Fuel tank detail is very nice. Everything looks pretty good on this side. Again, a look at the cab details and everything on this opposite side as well, on the engineer side. Very, very nice. The model runs very, very well on straight DC power. As you can see, it's very smooth and quiet, just like before. Just like before, I'm running the locomotive full power to get the lights completely brightened up. I do wish that they were slightly brighter, but it is DC, so I can accept that. They do look very good, though. I tested each coupler on a Katy height gauge, and the coupler on the 1381, the front coupler, is slightly high. The rear coupler is fine. On the 1342, the front coupler is low, and the rear coupler is slightly high. These are plastic couplers, and these are subject to getting bent, and if these models were beat up in the box like they were, odds are these couplers were probably affected as well. Like everything else on these models, they were probably bent or misaligned during shipping or packaging. So that's my brief overview on these two Athearn Genesis GP40-2s and Union Pacific's Lightning Bolt paint scheme. Okay, so at this point you guys are probably all wondering my thoughts, and honestly I'm kind of going back and forth here. There is damage, especially on the 1381, and there is damage on the 1342. We have a completely destroyed handrail on the front of the 1342, and that bothers the hell out of me. We have damaged fans. These Athearn Genesis fans are not very easy to fix. And if I can't fix them myself, then I'm automatically going to have to get replacement fans, which I'd have to go through the Athearn parts department, which has always been kind of a hassle because they're not very much on top of their parts. And I hate to say that, but I've never had a good experience with their parts department. So it's honestly a situation where I would probably go and get Canon fans before I went to the parts department. That's kind of my honest opinion there. So we have damage on the models. Other than that, they are nice. They run very well. You saw how they ran. They're very quiet and smooth. Painting and everything is great. And the detail overall is great. I like them. But I am upset about the damage, just like everybody else here. I think this isn't right, and I think Athearn shouldn't have rushed this project as much as they did. I know these were quickly announced and quickly released, and I think the issue that we have here is these were, you know, really rushed through, and I think quality assurance here was sort of thrown under the bus in a way. I don't think these models were properly inspected before they were shipped either, so I think that has something to do with it. So there's a lot of things at play, and I could be wrong, and there could be some other reasons that's kind of behind the reason these are so badly damaged. I've never seen Athearn Genesis models this bad, to be honest with you, and that is unfortunate that I have to say that, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. The damage is right there. You saw it yourself through this review. So I'm going back and forth on it, and I have to say I am disappointed. I wanted to buy these models. I was looking forward to getting them, and then all of a sudden I started seeing emails and announcements on their Facebook page, Athearn's Facebook page, where they're like, okay, hang on a second, we screwed up, we got damaged models. And then I was sitting there through this whole process thinking, oh great, are mine going to be damaged? And sure enough they were. And it's unfortunate, and it's what it is. So my final thought is, these are good models, they look great, and again, I like them, but they are damaged. I am going to have to fix them, and I am disappointed about it. I don't think we should be paying $289 for a DCC ready model and have damage. That's just not right. And I know Athearn is doing their best to rectify the situation right now. They've been getting tons of these getting shipped back right now, unfortunately, and they're doing their best to try to fix the problem, like I said. So I give them props for that. It is a very hard thing for manufacturers to go through this. However, all of this could have been prevented, that being said. And I look at models like the SDP45. I recently got this beautiful Union Pacific SDP45. Models like this were planned years in advance. Everything was put into consideration, everything was done with extreme care, and it's a very nice model, no problems whatsoever. And that's a prime example. Or the Union Pacific SD70Ms, or the GEVOs, where those were carefully done, and there was plenty of time to get everything right, and they did an excellent job on them, because they were properly done. Everything was carefully inspected, there were no problems. I'm sure there might have been a few little things here and there, certain models might have gotten bumped in shipping, and this kind of thing happens too. This was rushed through. These locomotives were quickly done, announced, and shipped out. And this is what we have. This is what happens, you know. And this is just something where, you know, again, quality assurance wasn't probably stated as well here. So that's where it is, and I can't really do anything about it. I am going to have to fix these. Am I going to send them back? No. I am a model builder. I do this kind of thing, this fixer-upper kind of thing all the time. So I'm not going to send them back. I'll save Athearn the trouble. I'm not trying to cut down Athearn. Would I keep buying their products? Of course. And when it comes to telling you guys to go out and buy one of these, I will say buy at risk in this particular case. They are nice models, but beware, these are having problems. As you can see, my models did have problems. So, you know, buy it with that in mind if you do want to get some of these. I will just leave that out there. So that's it for this review, guys. Hope you liked it. If you have questions, leave comments below. I'll do my best to try to answer them for you. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Those are my social media sites, and I'm always posting pictures of work, products like this. I'm sure I'll be posting more pictures of these locomotives as I kind of get them in the works and get them finished up here. So again, you can follow my work there and stay tuned for more. My Facebook page is Dan's Custom Trains. Daniel Arnold is my name. You can look me up on there. On Instagram, it is CoolHandDaniel5, all lowercase, and again, you can follow me there to see updates on projects I'm doing, projects for other people, all kinds of stuff like that. I'm always posting pictures of my projects on there. And of course, subscribe here on YouTube and stay tuned for more. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching and take it easy. See you guys.